Well, that was fucking quick. For streaming, so I figured I'd get in VC, maybe grind some Paragons, well, you know. Just... Now, when have I ever critiqued the thumbnail of yours? Look, I have never... Look, I have never said anything about your thumbnails. If you're gonna mansplain yourself, do it to Loki. And I never said there was nothing, and I never said anything about it. So stop mansplaining.
I didn't have my audio input capture, so nobody heard the conversation. Well, too bad. We'll leave that in the past now.
Like, I don't get why you seem to think I care about your thumbnails.
You don't. Anyway, I'm gonna fucking play Brawlhalla. You play Brawlhalla, Pepe?
Playing balloons, because I'm not gonna waste space on my phone or PC on that garbage.
Bro, why you hating, man? Why are you drinking this haterade over here?
Because haterade's all I know, man.
Okay. Okay. Yellow, yellow, I'm back.
Yeah, me and Carrot are playing balloons.
Hello, Carrot. No, I did know that I was muted. I was talking to someone over the phone.
Was it your mother?
No, it was business. It was business stuff. We basically just told her that.
Again?
Listen, we basically just said we're gonna charge you an extra $1,000 because we forgot to put it part of the original estimate because this is additional work. Anyway, that's that.
Which of these monkeys I have the most XP on? Got 1.5 million leftover XP on Dart Monkey.
Alright, let me get shit set up on stream because gosh diddly darn, that interrupted my intro.
I've got 1.8 million XP on Sniper, so that's the highest so far out of any of them.
Alright, so
might be the highest of all.
Alright, we have between 4 video essays that we could watch. Which one of these titles interest you guys the most? The most disgusting kids character ever written, How Greed Ruined Gaming, The Lighthouse, The Search for Salvation in Delirium, or The History of Cuphead World Records.
History of Cuphead World Records.
The Emperor had a text-to-speech device.
Cuphead.
The History of Cuphead World Records?
Yeah, actually go to Hollow Knight World Record. Well, you haven't finished the game.
I have not, no. Alright, we're doing the Cuphead World Records video.
Video contains flashing lights that may affect viewers with
Also, I was wrong. Sniper Monkey isn't the one that I have the most XP on, and that would be Banana Farm.
Cuphead is a hard video game. Like
Cuphead is a hard video game.
You're tasked with fighting boss after boss, each one harder than the
last. It makes you hard, huh?
All the while, there's a non-stop.
Very hard. Alright, let's do this. I gotta fucking play Brawlhalla. I got my battle pass, my Brawlhalla Battle Pass.
Since its release in 2017, Cuphead has had
Alright, let's do this.
These guys race each other to beat the game as fast
what
as
missions do I have?
Tricks, glitches, and countless
Perform forward dash, play with matches with legends that have been to space.
New in the power section. What's new?
Cuphead World Records.
Online. Banana Farmer Pro. What? What the hell is that?
And now a word from this video sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive video combat game ever made.
Alright, I'm playing as Princess Bubblegum.
Console and mobile devices. You can play as over 2,500 different tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships of 10 major nations. They're as old as biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s, and as new as fighter jets and battle tanks of today. The combat gets intense. Detailed vehicles, combat, and graphics really make you feel right at the helm of your vehicle. What's cool about War Thunder is there's a game style for you no matter what type of gamer you are. There's the fast-paced matches of arcade, the beautiful authenticity of simulator, and the middle ground option of realistic. However you want to play, you'll find it here. Join the more than 95 million gamers playing War Thunder. Play for free on PC, console, or mobile. Click on my links in the pinned comments or video description.
Oh yeah, and then there's the He-Man collab powers too.
Decorator, Fowler, 100,000 silver lions, and 70 premium accounts. Thanks to War Thunder.
I heard about that.
Alright, got 3 signatures. Now I just need to hit him with 2 more.
How many new heroes are there since I last played? I think there's only one new one since I last played.
Speedruns became a viral sensation. It was a run filled with glitches, allowing speedrunners to be possible a fraction of the time that developers intended. Most of the glitches involved one trick. In Cuphead,
God damn it!
Each weapon has a
Wait, there might be 2 new ones since I last played.
Now initially, this cooldown was meaning after firing the hammer, you could switch to your secondary weapon and fire that, and the longest flame cooldown was spectacular.
There are definitely 2 new ones since I last played.
This was the weapon swap glitch, and it allowed you to completely obliterate bosses, even stealing certain things like money. It would have defined speed can give you, but that's not what we're here to talk about, because on December 1st, 2017, the developers released a patch that devastated some of those speedrunners. It fixed shiny glitches that streamed reviews, but the most important thing was the weapons now went from being global to only being active when the weapon was out. This destroyed the glitch, as you could only do a cooldown on one weapon at a time. The ultimate result was a little more significant in 2 categories: a legacy version,
Yes.
and version 1.1, where you play on a patch version. Both are still speedrun today, but at this point, the more popular category is 1.1, and that's what we're playing. So, the story begins in early December 2017. The news of the patch.
Hey, how far through the round are you?
The categories
I'm round 77.
First, put in a serious
How far are you going to?
unpatched version.
80.
It was only the record for one day. On December 3rd,
Got it.
13-minute improvement. Player named Luigi was around for
God damn it.
Compared to that, 1.1 had very few. So they were banned outright.
Piss.
A lot of YouTube commented full language.
Piss.
Games played accurately. And Luigi kind of agreed. He was excited for it being a clear on December 3rd, he set a world record of 36.57. To understand this run, we first need to understand
Piss at you. I choose you.
and is make your way through the 3 aisles, ultimately defeating the double at the end. One very important concept is the weapon you choose to use. In Cuphead, you start with the fusion grid, but you purchase other weapons that deal a variety of damage, travel with different patterns, and have different ranges. Each weapon also has an EX attack, a special with dealing damage. Using the EX attack costs a card, earned by hitting the enemy or parrying the projectiles. You purchase weapons, which are mainly collected from running weapons. These are side-scrolling levels that are in addition to the traditional boss fights. You don't need to play running them, they can be very valuable to unlock different weapons. So, it's a tough decision. Is it worth it to waste time playing running ones so that you can purchase different weapons? Well, Luigi often started with running by playing 2 of them, Forest Volleys and Treetop Trouble. He used those points for
Actually, never mind, Carrot. I'm ballooned out.
with a very short range.
Wow, he's ballooned out already.
Every place that carries a number of boss can be damaged, so with charge, you can
He's deflated, you could say.
Yeah.
any of them. Now, after the boss fights themselves, the very first ones is a great example.
Well, you want to play Brawlhalla, Pepe?
No, because I'm never downloading that.
In the root pack, phase 1 involves you launch projectiles at you. Luigi runs right up next to him and pelts him with spread.
I'm gonna play some Fallout 4. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Begins by shooting EX attacks just as he's
Of
decaying,
course.
and continues pelting him with spread until he's defeated. Finally, phase 3 is the carrot. He jumps up and shoots charge EXs, while strategically taking damage on certain projectiles and doesn't have to make decisions. This is the easiest fight in the whole game, but it gives you an idea of how to switch weapons and get EX attacks.
Anyway, I'll be back in a bit.
Alright, you'll be back in a bit.
I gotta sleep.
Since this was his first run of the category, he sometimes pulled
Wow,
back and didn't go for
everyone
the
left.
opting instead to try and stay alive. He tended to overuse charge by staying back, rather than getting close with spread. After finishing all 3 aisles, there are 2 more fights in the game, King Dice and the Devil. We'll talk about the Devil later, but for now, I want to show you how Luigi handled the very unique King Dice. In this fight, there's a lot of
Mr.
game board
King
after
Dice.
1, 2, or 3. Space you land on, and there's also 3 spaces you can land on without fighting anybody. Because of the space in the board, you're forced to fight at least 3 mini bosses before reaching there, and you fight King Dice himself. So, which is the one fight? Well, he went with the 2-4-8 route, which speedrunners have done since the game. This was a very safe but still very fast route. Shift betting, hit the dot, and mango sweep. Luigi dodge attacks are landed either charge or spread shots. And by the time you fought King Dice, you both have 5 cards and can unload the attacks and fight fast. Just a couple minutes later, Luigi finished up the run. Final time, 36:57. This was the first somewhat optimized one, but this is still a brand new category in progress. For the next few weeks, we're going to get happy. It started on December 11th, when a runner named Soul Rat broke the record twice in one day. Soul Rat was a pretty good push to the record. Damage. Now playing on the patch version, he first got a 39 seconds, then took another 10 seconds off. Luigi was right there in the character.
Piss.
You're really good. You're top of the gen, like before this. That's you're awesome.
Soul Rat's matches really came to be more aggressive, not back in the same place. Over the next few days, Luigi came back and beat the world record twice. First the 34-18 and the 33-58. The second of these runs was notable because he skipped both runs at the start. This meant that he only had the points for the spread and nothing else. He essentially traded out the ability to use charge for a 2-minute time save at the start of the run. It meant Luigi had to get right up close to the bosses, and no more standing back in charge. After this, was a 4-minute loss for Brawling. And it wasn't Steeler.com. It was really suffered during the making of this video. It was 33-30.
Ah, darned.
Legend. He was a former world record holder in big classic NES games like Brawlhalla Battlepass.
I'm gonna confirm this. Let me confirm that I'm gonna get this.
Probably the biggest change TMR made was 348 rather than 248. Space 2 is ship type, and it's easy to misread. Instead, Space 3 is Mr. Luigi. He's just out of range to hit with spread at the start. He's still gonna have to land a straight in the future.
I just need to hit this to be confirmed. There we go. Alright, now let's just play normally.
Not even a day later, another record was set by a player named K-Prime. Much like TMR, K-Prime was a pre-patch record where he decided to try running the game 1.1. I hope his improvement with TMR to one boss, Rain Patch 10. This fight has randomly generated clouds that you have to jump on while damaging the boss. To make it a little more consistent, K-Prime intentionally took damage. This allowed him to enter the ground hitbox and repeatedly DX attack to finish him off, saving his first 8 seconds. The next record game on Christmas Eve 2017, Luigi ranking one score with a 32-55. And this one shows the true difference between Luigi and runners like TMR and K-Prime. For the latter, their true passion and interest in the race, where you can perform crazy delicious and literally fights. They just played on 1.1 to try it out before moving back to Legacy. But Luigi genuinely preferred 1.1 over Legacy. This is why Luigi was able to reclaim the 1.1 record. It was his true passion, not just side project. In under a month since the patch came out, runners have taken the record for 32 minutes. There was frantic activity with nearly every high-level runner played. But finally, it was 32:55 by Luigi, things settled down. Entering the first couple months of 2018, the record stayed put. By February 2018, the record was 32:55. Those runners had lost interest in one that he'd been working in the background, watching when the patch was released in December. He found it fascinating to watch players route the game without any glitches.
Alrighty. That's a lot of good things I did to this game. Alright, we performed more. He was playing offline without telling anybody. And eventually, play. Oh, it just says play. I thought I needed to win. Ooh, wait a minute. Let's go back to this. Apparently we get colors for this. Give me the colors.
32:51. He was only doing it for his own personal enjoyment. But since this was a world record, he knew he had to do that. He made accounts on speedrun.com, Twitch, and Discord. And SBD Wolf showed off to the community what he had done. Over the next few weeks, SBD Wolf and Luigi traded the world record back and forth. It was extremely impressive that this newcomer had shown up out of nowhere and was now able to challenge the category's best runner. Heck, he did more than just challenge Luigi. He was beating him time and time again. Luigi would set a new record, but within days, SBD Wolf always took it back. Eventually, he took the record down to a 31:52. How was SBD Wolf doing this? Well, as it turned out, he was actually using a technique across the whole run that gave him an advantage. Something so subtle that neither SBD Wolf nor anybody else in the community even realized he was doing it. A trick that later developed as halla swaps. If you do an EX at that level, your weapon stops firing from the time you press the button until the time the EX animation is complete. But if you swap your weapon during this period, the game lets you continue to shoot your weapon while the EX animation fails. The game resets this when the EX shot comes out at the midway point of the EX animation. So to fire throughout the entirety of the EX animation, you need halla swap twice.
Yes.
And once after the point. All that was just to keep firing the second half of the animation. But it's worth it if you can do it. It helped him make faster cycling process. Right? Thanks to halla swaps, he was able to one-cycle the final phase, meaning he avoided the laser mechanical damage for a bit. Across the whole run, SBD will
alrighty, this is fine.
The trick was formulated by learning halla a couple months later, and that's when SBD was realizing he pressed EX and then switched weapons so he could fire his original weapon slightly longer, without realizing it was also allowing him to keep firing during the EX animation. So, without the knowledge of why SBD will go so much faster, Luigi played and found the correct attack. Around this time, he was joined by another character, Halla, the namesake halla swaps. Much like SBD Wolf, Halla has slowly gotten better and faster, inching closer and closer to the record. Both runners played extensively in 2018, and on April 3rd, both Luigi and Halla ended up winning. Neither of them latest wrote the previous three records, each set by a different player. And just a few days later, Luigi got the big record, 31:42. One of the biggest time saves in this run came on lunar honey bottoms. As usual, there's three phases here.
Damn it. She got the kill, no! That sucks.
Flies off screen in the direction she's traveling. Then in phase 2, Luna herself comes out and she has three attached to random starts. The B-missiles, the orbs, or the triangles. She won't be orbs and Calva got some bad luck with the platform while they run. The platforms usually have one randomly not spawning in a row, and it made it so that Calva had to retreat and not damage Luna for several seconds. Luigi got better luck with the platform, finishing off Luna very quickly in phase 3 and saving about 8 seconds.
Wow. Wow, okay, buddy.
Both Luigi and Calva set world records on the same day. This time it was Calva first with 31:36. And a few hours later, Luigi got an amazing run, 31:16. This was easily the coolest one so far. He'd implemented halla swap by now and was saving more time than Calva. With Calva and Luigi pushing each other, the world record was fast. But this 31:16 by Luigi was pretty impressive. No huge mistakes throughout the whole game. There's a good chance that it was for several days, even months, as it was now 20 seconds ahead of second place. But that's not because on May 2nd, 2018, a major shift up until now, there are two main categories, all bosses and all bosses glitchless. In all bosses, you play on the old version of whatever person wants. In all bosses glitchless, you play on the 1.1 patch and all glitches are banned. This initially worked out pretty well. Developers usually done a great job patching out all glitches at 1.1. But now, 6 months after the patch, players had really torn apart version 1.1, as they discovered that maybe this wasn't a good free patch after all. So they decided to redo categories. Instead of all bosses and all bosses glitchless, everything was now just all bosses, and there was a subcategory related to like old version or 1.1. Glitches were now allowed on the old version. And as of May 2018, there are now a few new tricks that players were able to implement in 1.1 speedruns. First, the simple one, shop glitch. Normally, buy items in shop, you press the buy item and then press back to exit shop. However, if you press the front and back on the same trade, you can exit the shop while the purchase is in place. In addition, you can even buy a second item while the screen fades out after that.
Alrighty, let's go.
And now it was available for 1.1 speedruns. Another trick was on the second boss of the run, Ruby and Gross. First, you need to understand a concept called overdamage. We already know that boss fights are broken up into different phases, but importantly, even though each phase is triggered by an amount of damage, the fight usually won't transition to that phase until the boss is attack. The damage you do during that time counts as damage in the next phase. You can make certain phases much shorter, or in some cases, even skip phases altogether. This is known as
alright, we got one mission complete. Now we just need to play 5 more games with Space Legends. And then we'll get the first one naturally, just by playing.
But in March 2018, a player named Jumper N found a way to do it. You get the frog's health on the cusp of transitioning past phase 1, then the instant they begin
Characters who
attacking,
have
they must
been to
finish before
space.
transitioning.
That's
You
pretty.
unload a barrage of spread fire,
I
you
actually
activate
don't
the precise
know.
spot where the hitboxes overlap. You also damage boost inside of their hitbox for better damage. If all is done properly, you do enough damage to end phase 2 before it begins. Instead of separating for phase 2, they roll into each other and turn straight into the slot machine for phase 3. It saves time by skipping a transition animation, about 8 seconds. The fact that 1.1 runners were now allowed to do all this and more was very exciting.
This one's
SBD Wolf back to running the category.
Alright, Artemis!
Run, but getting the super skip requires both good RNG and difficult execution. He decided that whenever he missed it, he'd just reset the run. He felt the 8 seconds attack. It was tough after he said early so often, but it eventually paid off. On May 6th, SBD Wolf got the first sub 31 in Cuphead 1.1's history.
Isaiah
To run any further, since Rivian Pro Super Skip made the category frustrating to play. But a couple months later, he accidentally did. While practicing for a tournament, SBD Wolf set a new world record of 3050. This was the first world record to use a new tech found by Luigi, called Luigi swaps. Similar to Halla swaps, they let you keep shooting during an EX on flying modes. But unlike Halla swaps, you must press EX and fire modes. A month later, Halla was
Alright, 1, 2.
Around this time, then SBD began looking into improvising and doing. Remember, a lot of glitches
3.
and we're still trying to figure out which
Alright, let me just.
everyone knew there was a
There, god damn it, he got it.
more valuable than any other. They could find a way to make this one work without a swap glitch. He would be the biggest time save in the run. This is
4, 5, and just for good measure, go with 6. Guys, just let me. Guys, there we go. Alright, that's alright. I got all 6.
He doesn't transition to phase 2 until after he slides across and falls off the screen. So you want to deal with almost enough damage to trigger phase 2, then the instant he slides against the wall, start shooting him before enough damage has to cast phase trigger. If done properly, phase 2 never ends, and the game gets confused. That means phase 2 death spring goes in, but the fight is actually in phase 3 and his hitbox is active the entire time. He stays in first stage for the rest of the fight, so you end up skipping both the phase 3 and phase 4 transition animations. Now on the legacy version, that glitch was very doable. Thanks to weapon swap glitch, you deal enough damage before the transition to phase 2. When 1.1 came out, that's the mark the end of that glitch. SBD Wolf managed to get in with the spread and fusion combo in June 2018. As soon as Beppy put the ball on the right side of the screen, SBD Wolf unloaded everything he had in him. Taking him out, he slid back to the left. It was also random. Beppy needed to avoid sliding for as long as possible to deal enough damage. But as hard as this all was, Beppy glitch was officially possible.
Shit, he got me. Bruh, took my kill.
With the current record at 34.
They took my kill.
Runners just 25 seconds away from an enormous milestone, the sub 30. However, actually pulling this off in a run was going to be fast. On August 27th, SBD Wolf had a run that was a bit behind him for 20-second time speed potential on Beppy. He knew it. There was no time to deal enough damage. That being said, he followed this up with the fastest ring match stick he's ever played in a run. He closed it out as a small world record, yet he barely even cared. He cared so little, in fact, that he kept the stream going, and a couple hours later he had another one. This was a significantly better.
Piss. I'm last place now.
Once again, SBD Wolf set up that damage, unloaded at him at the right moments, and then unlucky again. Not only did he not gain time, but he lost the seconds. Yet it was a lead in the last run. He had an excellent grim match stick, golden rule bottoms, and took a lead late into the game. This was a pretty good one. The first ever sub 30-30, and more importantly, if he could hit Beppy glitch, that alone was a 30-second time save with a split in this record. No other top level players were able to play. This was something Gladys didn't reach.
God damn it.
It was a familiar situation. SBD Wolf kept it close through aisle 1, the chance to go way ahead of Beppy, if he could get the glitch. This time, he got a good pattern, but messed it up by getting something under his ball like nothing. When doing a Callaway swap, he went swap under
Shit.
the sack range,
Alright, this is fine. This is fine.
Where comes out. So it was the same story. No Beppy glitch, but he played well in the game and pulled off yet another one over. So he won his way in the record, but this particular run felt about as good as
Perfect.
he really needed it for sub 30. It would just never happen. Maybe he needed a different approach. Part of the problem was Beppy needed to stay still for long enough to deal damage. But it turns out, Beppy's delays here aren't fully random. They're only partially random. He has 10 possible delays, and they always occur in order, but the starting point in the sequence is random. This is how most RNG works in the game. You can technically predict what a boss is going to do next, and are able to identify where you are in the RNG sequence.
Space
so,
Legend.
Realize he can apply the concept to
What?
Beppy. If he can identify
Hurry up
the
with what?
pattern after the first 2 delays, he can identify if the 3rd delay would be long enough to do
Emily,
damage.
I'm gonna be
If it
playing
wasn't,
this
he would
until
wait 1 or 2
10,
more
Emily.
seconds
But I
to
can't
do
draw
a
my
bit of time, but still
phone.
saving time.
I don't
That's a
have the
skill
ability.
issue, Emily.
The ability.
It's like a skill issue,
Give me
Emily.
the computer.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Playing, Emily.
No, you're not. Stop playing. Hey, you okay, Butcher? I'm so sorry.
Legends who have been to space.
Sorry, yeah.
This was such a satisfying run for SPD Wolf. He hit Beppy Glitch by recognizing his pattern.
4.
His hard work had paid off. He was able to use it to get the first sub 30 in Cuphead history. Congratulations flooded in from the community. It was by far the biggest milestone in 1.1's history, and SPD Wolf was now in first place.
Wait, no, stop.
Space. Where's the space legend?
It's easy to forget, but at this point, Cuphead wasn't.
Alright, Vector. Let's go Vector then.
1.1 had already seen 87 world records. Hardly a month ever passed without a new record, as runner after runner came along and got good. But now that the sub 30 was achieved, things finally slowed down. Compared to the previous 9 months, the fall of 2018 was a very quiet period for Cuphead speedruns. Through all of September, October, and November, SPD Wolf's leaderboard was too strong, and it stayed that way until something big happened in late 2018. To understand the next chapter in Cuphead's
Hey, listen, Emily.
What?
I'm trying to say something. Listen, Emily. I'm streaming right now, okay? And I'll let you draw after I finish my challenges, but you gotta do it on stream.
Okay, I guess.
Wow, this stream just started and you already want to take it away.
Throw out the current run and reroute the entire game with a new weapon, Lobber and Spread. This was we already know Spread is a ton of damage that was very strong.
Yes, alright.
And it's particularly intriguing because of its EX attack, which has an unintended mechanic. Double damage Lobber EXs. A Lobber EX normally does 28 damage. However, if it hits the ground, it will accidentally create splash damage twice. So if a boss is in range, it'll deal 56 damage. It's also possible that there's a spot on some bosses where the Lobber EX explodes, and the boss is hit by both double splash damage and impact, dealing total damage. However, even if you do it correctly,
damn it.
But this double damage mechanic combined with Spread can be extremely powerful. The problem is that in order to purchase Lobber, you need more points, and that means having to play a running gun at the start, 4 stories, which takes an extra 50 seconds. So if Ron can manage to save 50 second with Lobber, then
Got it. Alright.
He found that doing caliber swaps with a Lobber EX and Spread up close was powerful. He had to figure out new routes for several fights all on his own. The more he played, the more he was able to reap benefits from the Lobber. Ron told SPD Wolf what he was doing in December 2018. He was losing 50 seconds at the start of the run, but making up a chunk of that line across the field.
Bruh.
Not like it yet, but he kept looking, he thought he could fix it. He kept finding new stuff. For Beppy Glitch, with the old weapon combo, you'd sometimes have to wait 4 or 5 cycles to get the right pattern. With Lobber and Spread, you could always get the glitch in 3 cycles. He also refined Baroness while on Lobber. This fight features 3 mini bosses selected out of a pool of 5. There's 6 possible combinations. He learned every option Lobber and Spread, figuring out the optimal way to play every single scenario. So, after doing this, he had new strategies. It was still slow in the route, but the gap was great. He already made up 27 points. Ron wasn't sure if he could take it the rest of the way, but he wanted to try. Over the next couple months, it's starting to get close. This was the culmination of an enormous effort in research and execution. Ron set a massive world record. These people believed that Lobber was right out was the way to go, despite having spent nearly a minute at the start collecting points. Ron is pretty adamant that he was done. He had an incredible story arc this game, practically invented a new power and a world record. At this point, there wasn't much motivation to continue, but maybe
Piss.
in December, SPD Wolf started messing with the Lobber and Spread route, and just like Ron, he found it to be the faster option. He set a new personal best of 29.5 and continued to test to get the world record back. SPD Wolf and Ron helped him, and as they did, more runners began adopting the Lobber and Spread route. And even SPD Wolf, and just after the new year, he came through with a new world record of 29.41. In this run, SPD Wolf saved a big time on Kill the Bird. This is a flying level of either one. He'll just swing back and forth through the fight, and the idea is to use EX attacks which do the right when she charges forward, runners intentionally take damage so they can fire an EX attack that hits her over and over. In Ron's run, he accidentally took damage from parry, which meant he couldn't intentionally take damage later and through the rest of the fight. SPD Wolf capitalized on the
Dang.
After this run, SPD Wolf looked to play other categories. He also started focusing on Castlevania speedrunning, where he'd eventually claim the world record. So he moved on from playing any percent 1.1 speedruns. But Ron, on the other hand, was nowhere near done. The torch had been passed. SPD Wolf was way ahead, but
Ooh,
now
we're
Ron
so
was fully caught up.
close.
And just days after the 29.21, Ron took the record back with 29.10.
Alright, one more outer space win.
He got Cupcake, Waffle, Candy Corn, one of the fastest patterns, much faster than SPD Wolf Split, which got Jawbreaker, Cupcake, and Gumball. In general, Waffle is super fast, so you want that to be one of the 3.
Magic.
Suddenly, just 11 seconds from the next minute barrier, Ron pushed onward. He grinded off and on all through the month of January, while also searching for faster ways to defeat bosses. One thing he discovered was tech called flick lobbers. Instead of holding down the fire buttons to repeatedly shoot lobbers, you manually tap it so that you can face them away from the enemy
didn't
with
say
shots.
space. Where's
It's useful for fights
space?
like Warden when you need to repeatedly move away from the boss but still want to damage him. Now officially
Hold
going for
on.
sub 29, on February 8th, Ron got one so close. It clocked in at 29 minutes flat.
No, it's
Just
not.
one more second until the next
Alright.
minute barrier. Then a couple weeks later, he had an up and down run. He got a good Baroness pattern, but lost time on Bevy Witch. He got good RNG on Rumor Honey Bottoms, but lost time down the stretch in Isle 3. This type of run is so common in Cuphead, it's hard to get everything to line up. But then he Goldie King Rex, sitting another 4 seconds. Rob was freaking out.
Where book club?
Just one fight left.
Nope.
The devil. We haven't talked about him yet, but he is one last enormous roadblock right at the very end of the run. For starters, he's extremely random, more than just about any other boss. In phase 1, there's several attacks he can throw, including the clap and the parryable attack with bubbles. But through all this, there's one massive piece of RNG. At some point during the phase, it's very likely you'll either get the spider attack or the serpent attack. Both attacks have some sense of RNG within them, but in general, you really want to get the serpent, not the spider. The serpent either comes out from the left or right side with fairly straightforward RNG. The spider is
imagine you use a shapeshifter.
Randomly lands in different spots, and more.
Nope.
It's so hard to make a game plan. In general, the spider is at least a 6 to 7 second time loss over the serpent. It's 50-50 which one you get. So at the very end of the run, there's basically a coin flip as to whether or not you make it. And that's just phase 1. You then jump down a hole, and there's a brief cutscene animation where Cuphead stares in awe before phase 2 begins.
Where is outer space?
The Geo buffer. So on this pace with sub 29 on the way,
Rayman.
Ron had a lot to think about. The devil opened with some normal attacks, and then the moment of truth. Was this spider or serpent?
Rayman, where is he?
It's happening, guys. It's happening.
This was another sad one. He got the goal he was looking for.
Alright, let's do this.
Now that SVD Wolf wasn't playing anymore, the next closest runner was a minute behind. With the sub 29 achieved, Ron moved to play other games, and the community died down once again. These types of periods are normal to speed games. Sometimes there's a rush of activity and it seems like everyone is playing. Other times, everyone's on a break at the same time, and there's no real competition for the record. The latter was definitely true in the spring of 2019. Gron's 2853 was an amazing run, and now that glitches have been allowed for several months, it was less exciting and new. But in mid-April 2019, this period of inactivity came to an abrupt end. Because that's when the developers released yet another patch for Cuphead, version 1.2. Speedrunners were looking forward to this update, but we're soon disappointed. Version 1.2 removed a lot of glitches. They patched out double damage water resistance, got rid of the ability to clip through objects, and changed various hitboxes. 16 months ago, when the game went from 1.0 to 1.1, it worked out well from speedrunner perspective. Major glitches were patched, so runners were forced to buff the attack. But 1.1 to 1.2 took it a bit too far. That cool effect is now removed, and it made fights last longer. It was a fine update for casual players, but speedrunners didn't know what to do.
God damn it. Fuck.
The end result was it became its own pattern. No new controls, where in addition to the patch out tricks, stuff like Bevy Witch and Leaf Swap were also there. So now, 1.0, 1.1, and 1.2 each had their own categories. Of the three, the one that developed the most momentum was 1.1, because in mid-2019, Jason from 8890 came back from the Jason was a Cuphead legend. He'd held a 1.0 record in 2018, and recently set a 1.2 record as well. The only record he hadn't held was 1.1, where he currently sat in 3rd place behind Brawling and SPG. In fact, here's what viewers might have noticed him earlier. Cuphead runners are some of the most collaborative runners. Jason and Gron all the time compared their fastest segments. As a result, in late June, Jason
Perfect.
to a 29 flat.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I actually almost got the sub 29.
He was actually on world record pace late, but he took a slower round on King Dice and Disney Sticks. So, Jason had to control it. He played all through that summer, and in August, he took the 1.1 record for the first time ever with a 28.49. At this point,
Piss.
sharing new strats and pointing out optimizations of the game. Their focus was less on who held the record and more on discovering as much as they possibly could this season. They found small improvements like Frida Bird, Halla Maria, and more. These two were on another level. And as a result of their collaboration, they decimated the world record throughout 2019.
Wait, we still got it. Oh my god.
Just kept going. Every few weeks, there were a few new minor rounds, but mostly it was just Jason and Ron pushing each other. Generally, these were very small improvements to the record, but this was nothing compared to the run that Jason did on November 13th, 2019. The run really started slow. He got an excellent 103. He then got a solid pattern of walk with fairness, enabled Bevy Witch, and got moved up to the clouds with Jason had an unreal 17-second lead.
God damn it. I'm back to 3rd place. God damn it.
But still maintained a 15-second lead with just one fight to go. The devil. It was all going to come down to the grand decision: serpent or spider. Despite getting spider, Jason used a solid position still on the record. He was just a 28-2x instead of a 28-1x. Ron and Jason both took the space. In their minds, 28-1x would be the ultimate game for them. And as friendly as their rivalry was, they did both want to change. Jason said in the description of his 28-29 that he might take a break, but it really didn't last long. Only slightly behind the record.
God damn it. Fuck.
This could be 28-1x. Just terrible.
Alright, he does very close. I need to get more points just quickly.
A few days later in December, Jason finally got the surface, but he was after a very slow game 1. He took damage, hit shots, and went. A new world record, but not quite the same.
Perfect.
Despite the lackluster ending, Jason was very satisfied. He was really happy with how he played, outside of the brief moments of doubt. Even though he didn't have the arbitrary milestone of 28-1x, did it really matter? This was the exact type of run he was looking for. Jason decided to step back and
Alrighty.
continued his run for 2 weeks. He used all the strategies that he and Jason have worked together to develop over the past several months.
And both the missions are complete. Give me the
He
chest.
paid off with the greatest world record in Cuphead history.
Doodle even. Doodle 11.
He got great R&D
Doodle
all the way through
11.
with very few mistakes. And at the end on the devil,
Alright.
Ron managed to hold it together
I
despite realizing the lucky
don't have anything else I need to do today.
What the frick was that devil, dude? We got that. Oh my god. 2813.
Sword of Greatsword, I can do that some other time. Yeah, I think that's it for today.
So much that they run away with the category. They were a full minute ahead of anybody else. These guys were able to get times on fights that nobody else could even come close to. And the end result was this
Alright, what do I need to open up, Emily?
but was ultimately deserved by both runners. What they did through the second half of 2019 was remarkable, but it wasn't to last. Because after this 2813, both runners were done. They had their fun and were ready to turn it over to somebody else.
Roblox, Robux. Robux.
1.1 speedruns had sort of been the secondary category.
Why don't you play? Why don't you do Magma, Emily?
However,
What is that?
gradually changed as more and more runners
Put it
wanted to
on.
play 1.1.
Fine, I'll put it on.
Wait, what?
Throughout 2021
What game?
2022, 1.1 exploded in popularity and eventually overtook 1.0 as the main category on speedrun.com.
What?
Now, lots of speedruns had popularity boosts during this time as people suddenly had a lot more time on their hands. But Cuphead 1.1 is
Why
an
are you
extreme
watching?
example. In just a couple
Okay.
years, it went from 87 runners to over 300. This could be due to popular games done quick runs, tutorials that Ron made, or the fact that the game just remained culturally relevant. The game also came out on other platforms that didn't allow down patching, which made it harder to play 1.0. But whatever the cause, the end
Alright, how do
result
I
was
start one of
undeniable. By
these? New
2022,
canvas.
1.1 was the premier category of Cuphead, which was now a very popular speed game. And yet, despite this, Gron's 2813 still remained on top more than 30 months after it was set. There were more than 200 new runners, but nobody
actually,
beat either Gron or Jason,
do,
still holding down the number 1 and number 2 spots in late 2022. It was a testament to what these guys accomplished back in 2019. Their run stood the test of time.
There we go.
This gap in the record timeline was pretty unexpected given the frequency of records in Cuphead's early days.
Yep.
But still, there were a lot of
How the hell
applicants,
do I
including
do
their skills
this?
and residing not far behind on the leaderboard. If one of them could just get that small amount better, they could separate from the pack and make a run at the world record. For many months, nobody could do that. But on August 1st, 2022, someone submitted a 2816 to the leaderboard with one simple line in the description. I'm coming for you, Grondius. This is Clipboard Guy. Clipboard Guy started running the game shortly
What
after
the
Gron's record was set
frickadink?
in January 2020. He actually learned from the tutorials that Gron made. Like many in the community, he gradually improved over the next couple years. By May 2021, he had a sub 30, and by that October, he had a sub 29, a distant third behind Jason and Gron. But he was the best active runner of the game, and he had the best chance of beating 2813. To help, he
Alright,
implemented a
I
couple of
think I
strategies,
got
both of
it.
which Jason found years earlier. The biggest was on Phantom Express, a risky strategy called the cart push, allowing him to get up close without wasting as much time and saving seconds. These time saves on the board
I
were
don't
super
think I
important.
got it.
When going after a record as good as
Window
2813,
capture.
literally every second matters. And on October 28th, 2022, it happened. Clipboard Guy got good time saves on the flying levels Hildeberg and Calamaria, and did this.
Holy. Did it goal? Oh, went off an OX.
After nearly 3 years of being on top, Gron's 2813 had been beaten. It took a monumental effort from a huge group of runners, and ultimately, Clipboard Guy was the one to do it. In true speedrunning fashion, the community immediately turned their attention to the next milestone. They were now just 10 seconds away from the next barrier, the sub 28. Sub 30 came in 2018. Sub 29 came in 2019. Now,
Alrighty,
it was 2023,
got it on
and there was no
screen.
sub 28. It all comes back to the world record gap. New strategies were found in the last few years, but
Bye,
they were
bye,
pretty
bye.
minor. And with Gron, Jason, and SVD Wolf all stepping away in 2020, it took time for other runners to catch up to their skill level. But now with a minute barrier on the line, the stakes were higher than ever. Of the 3 former top runners,
Shit
Jason
up,
and SVD
Emily.
Wolf
Alright, you can go ahead and draw whatever you want now.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, let me just... Share. Perfect. Alright, go ahead. Do as you please.
Okay, I guess. Please. Uy. Why is your mouse so fast? This. How do I do this? You know what? I might want to play Roblox instead of this.
Say so, Emily.
What? What? What'd you say? What'd you say? What did you say?
Draw, Emily. Draw.
Too bad. I'm not drawing. Else. I need to
God damn
join
it,
this
Emily. Why
person.
you do this to
I
me?
need to join this person. No. No. Their device is about to die. No. What the freak? Hey, whoa. What are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know what you're doing. Wait, I need to join. Okay, I joined. I'm good now. Okay. I got this. I got this. Oh my god. I wanna crash out. Okay, what was I doing again? Oh right, anime. How great. What's fun? Why do I have to do this?
Because you, hey, Emily,
I never wanted to
you
do this.
interrupted me.
That wasn't me, bro. That was not me.
Don't worry about it, Emily.
I don't know what to respond to that. How do I do? Why is your mouse so bad? Why is your mouse thing so fast?
Slow it down, Emily. Wanna slow it down?
What?
Wanna slow it down?
Yes. Okay, that's a better. It was too
Way
fast.
too slow, Emily.
It was too fast. Why do I have to do this?
You don't have to do anything. You choose to animate.
No, but like
The headphones on, it's not like you're listening.
I'm not listening to anything, but you gave me the headphones. Wearing the head.
Left them on the table. You were the one who put them on.
That's technically That's technically giving. So like yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Like yeah.
So like yeah, exactly. Uy, that's what I'm saying. So like yeah. Dot. 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 Perfect. I'm so good at this, bro. No! I forgot to make
What?
the arm.
You doing it?
I
You animating?
forgot
Huh?
to make the arm. I'm animating this, the first ever one that I made, or third one, I don't know which one it was. And I'm making it better.
Making it better.
Yes, I'm making it better. That's exactly what I said. Eggs. I said. Very much what I said. Literally. Taste. Dot. 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 Dot, dot, dot. Re. Re-hee-hee. Re-hee. Re. Hee-hee. And then. What was that for?
I don't know what that is. It's the Scooby-Doo one.
What's the Scooby-Doo one?
Don't laugh.
That's not the Scooby-Doo. I don't know anything. I don't know.
Raggy.
I don't know absolutely anything. Shut up. I don't want to do none of this.
It's supposed to be animated.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for the frames to load. Not to wait. Patient. Nobody knows how to animate except me. Obviously.
Except you. You're the only person who knows how to animate.
No, I don't know. Like, this person knows how to animate. Kinda. This person over here does too. You can barely see the lines though, but they still can. That's so cool. Very cool, I know. Me. I can tell off of your expression. This is a remake. Or the old one that I made.
Which old one?
The other one that you were criticizing because of the coin flip. This is a remake. Paste. I know, it's so good. It's the best ever. You do not need to tell me. What? Just let me cook, bro.
My song, and no one take it away. And know what it means, what it means. Your dreams come true.
Nope. No idea.
What do you think about Kanye and
I guess good.
one who made Stronger, Gold Digger, I Wonder, Flashing Lights? Any of those?
Yeah.
Which one do you know?
Flashing lights.
Flashing lights.
And wait, repeat the song again.
Stronger. I wonder.
And I wonder.
Huh?
And I wonder.
Wonder.
Or I miss one single pixel, whole thing that's covered. You know what? Let's just look at other people. Like doing. Whoa.
What the heck? That Deku?
How am
Who the
I?
hell is that other person? Oh, it's Bakugo.
Wait. What I think? Look at that person's avatar. You know who this is?
Small little man.
Do you know who this is? Do you know?
I'm
Disappoint. Very disappointed. Nothing good. Do you think there's anything better upstairs? Whoa.
Look at that.
I actually don't know.
Ooh, it's Tenna. Look at that. Deltarune, Emily. Game that you haven't played.
You don't know that.
I do know that. I saw you try and play Chapter 1 and then you quit.
When?
I made you play it once and then you quit super quickly.
Oh, yeah, you... Wait,
Wait, go back. Left a bit. Left. I know that's Miku. What's that over there?
A person?
That's it. Anyway, look back at Miku then.
Look at Miku.
I think it's me.
It's I know it's definitely a Vocaloid song. I think. Right? I don't know. But that's okay.
Miku, Miku, oh me.
Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Dot. 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 I have such a good idea for the next part. The best idea for the next part. I need this charger. I need it.
Not for the iPhone.
Yes, it is.
The other charger.
Wait, I have such a good idea. Like,
Could be a bit mercy.
look. I need this. You know who that character is, at least?
No idea, no. Tracer.
Whoa, I like this too. But I don't feel like making that. Okay, we need animation of this character urgently. I don't know how to make it though. Okay. We need a good animation. Okay? Good.
Suggestion. Music do I make today's daily song suggestion?
Perfect. Oh my god. Add. It's gonna look so good. Trust me. That's gonna be less than 100 frames. Less than 100. Less. Okay.
I believe in you, Emily.
You have to believe in me. You're forced to, actually. Okay, this is a character we're doing. And they need to be like, okay, so this is the inspiration. So we're gonna be like facing back and then they're gonna look like this, okay?
Okay, you know how to do that?
No!
Well, first off, you need to get them from this angle and be like this.
So like
So you have to
the
draw it
back
from here.
of their head.
And you have to draw them like this.
The back of their head. No, they're gonna be doing this. They're gonna be like. Why can't I think of anything? I can't think. Oh, I'm going crazy. Wait, what the? Hold up. I need to put my animation. Yes. 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 Hurry up. Yes, they're noticing it, Omar. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this. I'm the best at this. I'm the best.
Good at this, Emily.
I know I am. I'm better than you. They should donate to me. I deserve it. I don't know how to animate this. Okay, so from the back of their head, how do I draw the back of their head?
Back of my car.
There was
killed
a
15-year-old girl.
15-year-old girl. Wasn't her name? I don't know, I forgot her name.
The last.
I knew that. How do I draw the back of somebody's head?
Normally.
How?
Hair.
Yeah,
Like draw hair on the back of their head.
but I don't know what their hair looks like. I'm gonna tweak out, bro. I can't do this.
You're starting a good animator.
Oh, okay, I found a good picture of the back of their head. The back of their head. Yes, this is the back of their head. Somebody donated to me 100 Robux. What do you mean, okay? How dare you? Hold up, I gotta say thank you so much. I have to. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm so good at this, bro. You can't compete with. I haven't said anything back. How rude. So rude. That's okay.
Hey, the norte. What do you think about Vicente Fernandez, huh?
Personally, I don't really like Spanish music.
Wow. Racism.
I'm not trying to be racist. I just don't like the music.
Racism.
I don't like the music. How is that racist?
You're Mexican, Emily. How can you not like it, Emily?
I don't like Spanish music. I don't know what to tell you. Oh my god, I love this character. Oh, they can't take the blame for it. I'm So good at this, bro. You don't need me 100, bro. You don't have this. I'm
It's a
even
dollar,
rich.
isn't it?
What?
Isn't that like $1?
I don't know. How am I supposed to know? I don't know nothing.
How much Robux cost?
No.
This one's like a cent, isn't it?
No. I made the back of their head. Now what? Now what am I supposed to do to make it look good? Okay. 6, 7.
Make it good, I don't know. Make it so the players do this family.
Okay. Blank, 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 blank. Like 10
So you
frames.
should show like a small part of their face poking. And make so the hair looks right.
I have to make hair physics? No! I can't do that. I don't know how to draw hair. I don't know how to do this. Hey, they like my animations, bro. What is that thing? Oh. Okay, we have to color it first. I'm not dumb. This color. Yes. No! Little pixel. Little tiny pixel. 2 tiny pixels. I need that. Zoom in. Zoom in. See, I'm such an expert. I'm so good at it. Hey, they like my animation. Why did my animation get hidden? What did I do?
Well, 'cause it sucked.
No, like, I don't know what happened to it. I don't know why I got reported. What? Why? That's like so weird. What did I do? It's nothing weird. It's like a normal animation. What does this sound? Cupcake.
Loba. From you, Mr. Boombastic. Fantastic.
Is this person gonna report my animation again? I'm gonna tweak out. It's not a weird animation. Like what? It's not weird.
That is a weird animation, Emily.
It's not. How? What? What? You have been profile session end. Please rejoin. What does this mean? What does that mean?
Wow, Emily, you got kicked.
What does that mean? Okay, it's the same server. But why did I get kicked? What does profile session mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm scared. I'm scared. What did I do wrong? They like reported on my animation. How mean. Oh my god, why does the microphone hear everything?
For the thunder. Thunder, thunder, the thunder. For the thunder. Get that frame.
Yeah, because it was a blank frame. What do you mean? Why would I want a blank frame in the middle of my whole animation? It's just common sense, Omar. How do I make it so the head turns?
The head turn, yes.
I don't know. I don't know how to do this. like this.
What?
I can't do it. I'm just gonna do something.
Wait, Emily.
Oh, it's this guy that you said shocked his dog.
Yeah, what is he? Hey, who's the only? Come on.
Hello.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, it's that guy. I don't like him.
I'm almost done with it, Omar. I'm almost done. I'll keep on working on this tomorrow. Okay, you can go back to doing your thing. I'm out, bro.
What?
I'm out.
You're out. Good. Alrighty. I'm already Tracer. I wanna be Tracer. I'm already Tracer. What about Widowmaker? I'm already Widowmaker. I'll be Bastion. Nerf Bastion. You're a Winston. I wanna be Winston. Guess I'll be Genji. I'm already Genji. Then finally agree. I already took agree. I have an idea. What's your idea? You should be Kevin Mathy. Be.
Had no interest in returning to the category, but Grond was different. He'd set the first sub 29 4 years ago. Returning to set the first sub 28 would be pretty epic. He had his work cut out for him if he wanted to be clipboard guy there, but Grond wanted to go for it. So in 2023, for the first time in more than 3 years, Grond was back. With such a long time off, he had to relearn the route, as well as learn the minor developments that had been made since 2020. To help, Grond used a practice hack of the game with RNG control built by SPD Wolf. It allowed him to better practice getting certain RNG on different fights, so he was more prepared for any situation the game gave him, especially the rare ones. As he got back into shape, Grond set a few records on individual fights, getting ready to go for the full game record. But during his practice, it was Clipboard Guy who got the next chance. He pulled ahead of the record in Grim Matchstick, then continued with a good Dr. Call. After Werner Werman in Isle 3, he was officially on his best pace ever. He then entered the very random Briny Beard. He'll do 3 attacks in phase 1. He can either fire his gun or call in an animal.
Interesting.
Squid, shark, or dogfish. The first attack is always the gun, and the next 2 are 50-50 likely to be the gun or an animal attack. Gun attacks are generally faster, while dogfish is the worst because you have to wait a long time. Clipboard Guy got 2 guns and then dogfish, so he gave back a little bit of time. But then he got a gold split on King Dice. His best possible time going into the Devil was a 27:59.9. Time for the moment of truth. Serpent or spider?
Alrighty, let's do this.
So with this Warner pace, he needed to go for one more thing, the Devil Freeze. If you deal enough damage during the Geo Buffer animation to move to the 3rd phase of the fight, the game stops the screen scroll and essentially breaks the Devil fight. His animations still play, but he doesn't attack and tears don't drop down. But importantly, stopping the screen scroll early lets the Devil's hitbox be closer to the platforms than normal. This means you can land double damage lottery X's and end the fight faster. However, going for the Devil Freeze is super risky. If you over damage him and transition past phase 2 before going down the hole, the game soft locks and you can't beat the fight. So on this pace, getting the sub 28 required hitting the Devil Freeze. Despite the risk of soft locking, Clipboard Guy had to go for it.
Quite enough. Well, yeah, it's unfortunate, but
Let's go.
And if I did, that probably would have been sub 28, but still really good run.
It just wasn't quite enough damage. The sub 28 would have to wait. But the blueprint for such a run was now in place. Players needed a fast enough run going into the Devil, and then they needed the Serpent pattern plus the Devil Freeze. If any of these 3 things weren't in place, then sub 28 was just about impossible. Clipboard Guy and Grond were the only active runners with the potential to do this. It was a race to see who could get everything lined up first.
got the sub 28, but I got record with Spider-Man. I'll freaking take it. Oh my god. Oh my god! I actually got it.
There was always something missing, either the spider pattern or a missed double freeze. And now that Grond had finally gotten both in a run, it just happened to be on pace and was too slow for sub 28. There seemed to be no way around it. It had to be a run
Cuphead in it.
Well, on August 16th, 2023, Grond got a run going that I would say definitely qualifies as a good pace into the double.
Let's go, dude! Sub 28!
As it turns out, the pace was so good that despite an awful pattern, Grond was still able to get it. He really got used to it.
I need the radar scan right now, I think. I also need primary training.
And as the celebration began for yet another minute barrier broken, Grond knew he wasn't done. There was a glaring 12-second time loss on the double. There's potential to do so much better. Both Grond and Clipboard Guy had to keep going. Trying to match this pace into the double was going to be tough, so Grond looked to really further optimize each individual fight. One thing that helped was DPS improvements, making sure he was maximizing damage dealt at all times. He worked on managing his cooldown, the time between weapon shots, so that even when he did a Caliber swap, he could always ensure a lobber shot would pop out just before the EX. It made only a few frames of difference in damage, but it could add up to several seconds across the run if properly managed. Grond also figured something out for one of the toughest fights, Phantom Express. We haven't talked about this fight yet. It's the third to last boss in the run, just before King Dice in the double. And it's notable for not having the overdamage mechanics that most other fights have. Damage does not carry over between phases. A crucial moment in the fight comes in phase 2. Here, the conductor comes out of the train, and you want to defeat him before he finishes his attack and goes back in the train, ideally without taking damage. If you can't, you lose at least a couple seconds. It's very difficult to one-cycle the conductor. You essentially can't miss any shots from the whole sequence. Then on top of that, if the first pumpkin spawns on the left, you're forced to damage boost to get the one cycle, leaving you with just 1 HP for the dangerous phase 4. But in October 2023, Grond found a simple solution to this. He could briefly move the cart over, then quickly back to center. It cost about a third of a second, in exchange for not losing the HP and having a much smaller chance of dying later in the fight. Cuphead is full of these tiny consistency boosts that in a vacuum don't seem like much, but it's when you add them all up that they really start to shine. Optimizing weapon cooldown, avoiding 1 HP of damage, these small improvements help Grond get more
Alrighty,
into the
hopefully this is enough. I need primary training.
At the end of the day, he was still at the mercy of RNG. September 14th, 2023. Grond's on another good run. He gets a good bear in his pattern, good luck on Rumor Honey Bottoms, and a gold split on Dr. Call. Then on Phantom Express, he gets the one cycle in phase 2. It's all lining up. Grond has a 7-second lead into the devil, but you know what time it is.
Dang it, man.
Still a small record, but once again, there was no serpents. A month later, it was a similar story. A few seconds ahead into the devil, with potential for a big record if he could get serpents.
Shit.
In November, Grond had a run with some notable flaws. He got hit at the start of both Grim Matchstick and Calendaria, and got worse RNG on Briny Beard. For once, he was behind into the devil. So of course, this is the run he finally got serpents.
Just kill him! Okay, I'll take it, man.
It just wasn't fair. Of course, Grond was happy he broke the record, but he once again didn't have everything lined up. It still wasn't quite the run he was looking for. Over the next couple weeks, Grond set a couple more small world records. Just a few months ago,
Get the
he was
radar scanner. I'm gonna need this.
Now, he was unstoppable. He'd set 9 world records in a row, taking the time down from 28:03 to 27:45. With this level of domination, it's easy to forget, but Grond wasn't the only record contender. Clipboard Guy was still playing. His personal best was 27:54, and his goal was a 27:4x. As Grond kept lowering the record, the gap between the two players increased, but Clipboard Guy knew what he was capable of. On November 29th, he got a 6:58 idle 1, meaning he was ahead of the record by 1 second. It continued in idle 2. He got Beppy Glitch, along with really good RNG on Grim Matchstick. Entering idle 3, Clipboard Guy was 14 seconds ahead of his personal best. He started to falter a bit. He missed 2 EXs on Rumor Honey Bottoms and slowly bled time over the next couple fights. But then, Briny Beard just kept shooting over and over. A great pattern, a great fight, and Clipboard Guy was on an unreal pace. He tried to stay calm, but he knew this was a ridiculous chance. Phantom Express was going to be a huge moment in this run. One of the hardest fights with the
It's
pressure
fine,
builds.
fine,
Phase
fine,
1 was
fine.
straightforward as he quickly took out the ghost. In phase 2, he tried to one-cycle the conductor, but his DPS wasn't good enough, so he had to settle for the 2-cycle. Yet he kept an extra HP into phase 4, and he played beautifully to get the 1-cycle on the train. It wasn't a perfect split, but on this pace it was more than good enough. He made it to the devil nearly 21 seconds ahead of his personal best. He could get as fast as a 27:34 here. Even if he bled 11 seconds on the devil, he could still break the world record. Clipboard Guy was absolutely feeling the pressure. It was time to go. He played phase 1 of the devil, not sure what to expect. The spider hurt, but it was okay. He still had the lead. He had to stay locked in. Time for the Devil Freeze. He set up the exact right amount of damage with lobber shots. This was precisely enough for the Devil Freeze to work. But then, he second-guessed himself. Clipboard Guy fired 1 more shot.
Dude.
Soft lock. Run over. It's crazy how you can play nearly perfectly for 27.5 minutes, but 1 extra shot and it all comes crashing down. It's rare to get good enough luck through the run to get a chance at the world record, so whenever you do get it, the pressure massively ramps up. And it's incredibly easy to mess up once you realize you've gotten the luck. And if you do, you have to play over and over waiting for it to show up again. It really was a cool metagame. Meanwhile, Gron was still playing for a 27-3x, but he too was down on his luck. He had a huge streak of spiders on the devil, and in general, he was frustrated with RNG. Gron wondered if maybe the grind wasn't worth it anymore. Perhaps he should have stopped after the sub 28. And now seeing what Clipboard Guy could do, it would be easy to step aside and let him get the record. But instead, just a few days later, Gron made it all a moot point when he set his self-described ultimate run of Cuphead.
Alrighty.
The Discord server freaked out when they saw this 27:33. Gron had overshot his goal by 6 seconds. This was even faster than the pace Clipboard Guy was on a few days earlier. Gron started this run with the best IL1 ever performed, a ridiculous 6:50, and he just kept it going. He was on his best pace ever for 18 out of the 20 splits in this run. The biggest time saves were on Cagney and Boomer. On the Devil, he got the Serpents and didn't get the Devil Freeze, but more importantly, he did the soft lock. One other little thing that helped Gron, he was really good at star skip. After finishing a level, if you press A on the same frame the stars start to be counted, both stars will appear at once instead of one after another. Runners usually try to mash and hit it since there's no good cue. Gron worked very hard on his mashing technique to improve the chance that he hit it. Eventually, he got to average 40%.
I think I have to end stream.
Star skip fairly often. This 27:33 was a huge triumph for Gron. He overcome mental agony to get this far, and he finished it off with the run of his dreams. While the recent record timeline looks really clean for him, that wasn't the reality of the situation. He literally lost the record on multiple occasions, and his own mental struggle was present in the way. He stuck with
Too
it,
bad.
and ended in a ridiculous way. Gron was finally done. It's now 2024, and this is the state of the Cuphead leaderboard. Grondius has a huge lead. Clipboard Guy is in second place, but not actively running the game. And beyond that, nobody's even close. It's a mix of inactive runners from years ago and modern runners who are good, but not a world record level. There wasn't much hope in beating Gron's 27:33. And so, nothing changed through the first half of 2024. Then in July, a runner named Mr. Butter became the third member of the Sub 28 Club, getting a time of 27:55. However, he didn't pursue a lower time, so he wasn't really a threat to the record. In August, a runner named Quinsley got a huge PB of 27:40, knocking Clipboard Guy out of second place. But Quinsley couldn't beat his time either, as his run was a massive PB for him. Perhaps to take it the rest of the way, Cuphead needed a runner with a bit more experience. Someone like SBD Wolf. That month, a local gaming convention near SBD Wolf was looking for speedrunners to perform live. He thought Cuphead would be a good run to showcase, so he started practicing for it. SBD Wolf hadn't been in the category in more than 5 years. His personal best of 29:21, once a world record, was now in 19th place. But even though he hadn't been actively playing, he'd still watched Ron and others over the past few years, so he had an idea of new strategies and techniques. He worked on implementing them. His personal best started to drop. 28:48, 28:26, 28:13. He played live at the convention, but decided he wanted to keep going. 28:03, 28:01, 27:51. What SBD Wolf was doing was unbelievable. He hadn't played in years, since back in the days when Lobber and Spread was brand new and really basic. He had learned 5 years of advancements in a couple months, and he was back to being a world record contender. But he had to act fast. Ron was considered the world's best player, and he could come back at any moment to defend his record. If SBD Wolf wanted to snag the world record, he had to do it right now. He began comparing against the world record in his splits, and it all came down to a run on November 20th, 2024. SBD Wolf fell a bit behind early, and he accidentally took damage on Wally, which prevented the fastest kill. But he had a fast Beppy glitch to pull back even. The world record had a really good rumor honey bottom, so he lost time there, but a good grinding pattern made up that time, and a gold split on King Dice put him in the lead. This was it, just the double to go. If SBD Wolf got Spider, then he couldn't break the record, but would still be able to get a large personal best. But if he got Serpent, followed by the double freeze, he'd be able to knock off Ron. Time for the moment of truth. Hey,
through this time.
I was not gonna look at that record, but that's a freaking good run. Oh my god.
He got the Serpents, but a bad pattern meant getting the double freeze was impossible. He still beat his run by a mile, but fell just short of the world record. Things were looking really tight at the top of the leaderboard, and that put the pressure on Braun. If he wanted to hang on to his record, he had to come back and figure out where he could save time. So he started practicing again. And over the last year, Grondius has embarked on a journey in 1.1 speedruns, working on new strategies and pouring in attempts to lower the world record.
Alright, whatever, I'll take it.
A big change he made was focusing heavily on the spider. He spent hours mapping out all 20 spider patterns and their offsets, figuring out the optimal way to recognize and play each scenario. He found ways to make certain spider patterns only a small time loss. Not as good as Serpents, but not automatically run over.
Let's go! Yes! Actually clutched out insane double.
He also heavily grinded individual level records. He'd done this in the past too, but this time he took it to a new level. At one point, he managed to hold all 19 world records using the in-game timer.
Let's go! No shot!
And boy, did Gron work on new strategies. He went for a more consistent clip in Forest Follies that allowed him to get more runs going. He implemented a more consistent strategy on Goopy, first used by a runner named Michael. There were many small half-second to the second time saves that added up across the run. There were also some collaborative efforts. Ron, SVD Wolf, and Mr. Butter worked together to optimize all 60 patterns on Baroness. Mr. Butter in particular wrote out a flowchart explaining exactly what to do depending on which mini-bosses you got, and showing how fast each combination was. Ron used this to his advantage. In late 2024, Ron took the record down to 27:19. He came back in the spring of 2025 and improved it to 27:16.
Let's go! Yes! No way!
Braun has set the past 16 world records in Cuphead 1.1. It's been steady improvements over the past couple years, uninterrupted by any of Cuphead's other talented runners. The last record set by someone other than Ronius was when Clipboard Guy got 28:03. Now the record is down to 27:16. Is this over? Is this just Braun's world record until the end of time? Well, I certainly don't think so. Recently, SPD Wolf has been making a push for the 1.1 record, and in September, he got a sub 27:30, just 11 seconds off the record. And ahead of him are both Clipboard Guy and Quincy, who each got personal bests just a few weeks ago. That's 3 runners right on Rondius' tail. He still has the lead for now, but that could change at any moment, and the long reign of Rondius could soon come to an end. This type of activity in the top tier hasn't been seen in years, but it could be just what Cuphead needs to eventually make it to the next minute barrier. From the early days of TMR, all the way to Rondius' dominance in the modern era, Cuphead's minute barriers have always had significance. Each record holder, every top-level runner, has all played a part in bringing the record to where it is today. These players and more will help take the speedrun to its next level. The Cuphead 1.1 world record will live on for years to come. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Available for free on mobile, console, and PC. Don't forget about the massive bonus pack for new players and those who haven't played in 6 months. Just click my links in the description or pinned comment below.
Alright, that was interesting. We actually managed to finish that today, thankfully. Alrighty then. All up to the safer land, having friends. Why do I feel alien? I am an alien. My rocket's built from human bones and skin. I just don't understand how to become one of them. To the safer than having friends. Alright, we got the tag zone. I want to get this one next, but it does cost a lot of money. Perfect. Alrighty, I think I might have to end stream here. could be something you're not. Damn. Alrighty, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get Paragon because I'm about to have to end stream. How unfortunate. How would I get out? Wow, they weren't lying about the 200,000. I just want to see it. I want to see this Paragon. Alright, I'm 10% of the way there. Percent of the way there. I move away from my computer for a second just to take my pills, and I die. How unfortunate. But that is it for today. I have to end stream now. Thanks everybody who stopped by. And this is the end of the stream, I guess. Goodbye.